Good morning, internet family. I don't know why I look like this on here today. I don't look like that in the mirror. So I've got something super cool for us today. And I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video, so I've missed you guys. I'm going to start with Matthew 5:14 through 16. This is Jesus talking to us. This is the Sermon on the Mount, actually, so he's talking to thousands of people, but this is for us, all of us who are adopted into the family of Jesus. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. I remember when I first discovered that verse. It was actually before my actual sober date now, because I relapsed after that, but I was at the Love Lady Center and I discovered that verse, and it just it grabbed a hold of me. And I think maybe at the time there's a little pride mingled in there, but what it was is that so many people were telling me, girl, you're glowing, or like, you're so different, it's incredible, and the lights have come on and all these things. And this verse hit me in the gut, really, like, so the lights have come on. So now I'm a lamp. So now anyone who I encounter, I'm going to light up their life, right? I may have gotten carried away with that at the time in a different direction than what it's supposed to be, but that is all true. But there's one kicker to it. So John 8:12, this is again Jesus talking. And he says, this means Jesus is saying Jesus is the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Okay, so hold up. Is this a contradiction? Because here in Matthew, we're being told that we're the light of the world, and this is Jesus telling us this. And here in John, which is just another one of the Gospels, this is different disciples writing the same encounters with Jesus out in different ways. But here is Jesus saying that he's the light of the world. So who's the light of the world? Jesus. And let me explain this for us. So me, myself, I'm dark. I'm not fun in any righteous ways, that's for sure. I have no direction, no wisdom, no anything. I'm just bleh, but with Jesus in me, I became a light. With Jesus in me, I began to be able to see the right path to walk on, and anyone that would follow me, I can help them. I can lead the way if they would. So with Jesus in me, I become all these good things. With Jesus in me, I can be a city on a hill. I can be a lamp on a lampstand. But without Jesus, I'm not even the light covered. I am nothing. I have nothing. So Jesus is first the light. And this is an incredible thing for me. Like, darkness never wins. If there is light, let's see if we can, and then the light. Darkness never wins. It doesn't matter how dark it is or how small the light is. The light is going to eradicate, at least on some level, the darkness. The light is always going to be more powerful than the darkness. The light is always going to change the darkness, not vice versa. Matter of fact, when it's darker, when that darkness is heavier and thicker and you can't even see your hand in front of your face and it's just like a little tiny match, that flame, that light is brighter than it would be if there were some light in the darkness, right? So the darker darkness is, the more it loses. Okay, so Jesus he came into me. I'm just going to use myself. I struggled with not just depression, and depression is bad. Depression is so bad. It is a monster. But I didn't even struggle with just depression. I struggled with suicidal ideation for my entire life. You want to talk about darkness. You want to talk about wrong belief systems and wicked things I did, and just me being wretched, hopeless, and dark, and lost, and just hopeless. That I was in extreme darkness, and Jesus, Jesus came into my heart and into my life, and I'll never forget people telling me that the light was coming on, and that I was a light, because I had always lived in such darkness, But here's the thing. So Jesus gives us light. He illuminates our darkness. He heals our brokenness, shows us the way to go, and brings light into our darkness, and gives us freedom when we were bound in that darkness, so that we can become the light of the world. So with Jesus, through Jesus, only by the blood, we become the light of the world. He brings the light into us. I watched it in my eyes first. I didn't see it at the time, but looking back, hearing everyone say it, and then a little later on down the road, looking at the pictures, I can see pictures of me. I didn't always look bad in my addiction. I didn't always look bad in my dark days, but I can look at my eyes and there's an emptiness, you know, and I can recognize it. Like there's just a hollow, empty darkness behind my face in all the pictures, even the ones where I look fly, you know. And now, even on my worst days, there's just this light. There's life in behind my eyes. And what that is that's Jesus coming into my darkness and making me, not just giving me light, but making me light for others. So now that I have Jesus and now that I have light, I am a lamp. And this goes for each and every one of you as well. Now, there's one way. There's one way that darkness cannot be affected by light, that darkness can win, so to speak. It never wins over light, but we can put barriers between the light and the dark. We can hoard the light to a small space to ourselves, whatever we do with it, and put up some sort of barrier between it and the darkness. Are we keeping our lamps? Are all of us as lamps going to church and going home and staying there? Within the walls of these structures and these buildings and these relationships that we have that already have light and not actually going out into the darkness? I don't know why I'm picturing Beetlejuice right now. And when they have that house in the middle of the desert and that big worm thing's out there, it's not even dark, but it's like, you know, inside the house is a safe place and they stay in there, and then outside is the world. So just imagine that being dark, and we're supposed to go out there and be a light for someone to see us, be a light for others to see Jesus and come to us. So do we put lampshades on? Do we hoard our light? Do we have a message to give and a story to tell that could help others that we keep enclosed in our hearts and our minds and don't open our mouth? Guys, our mouths are the high beams of our basically of our us driving. Our mouths are the high beams for others to see. You know, a car driving down the road without lights could get next to another car and drive just fine. We can see from others' light when we don't have light, but there has to be somebody sharing that light and making that light available. And like I said, there's nothing in the darkness that can win over light unless there's a barrier. So what are you doing with your light? You are a believer. If you are listening to me and you believe in Jesus, you have been saved, you have been redeemed, you have been rescued, you have been chosen, and you are a lamp. Where are you putting yourself? Are you allowing yourself to shine for others? Are you allowing the light in your life to give hope and clarity to anyone else to see? Are you shining Jesus in anyone else's darkness? Because that is our responsibility. I'm going to read this one more time. Matthew 5:14-16. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand. And it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Let your light shine. Turn your high beams on. You guys have a wonderful day.